always more fun with the suppressor. Hey guys, so we're out here with Mac today at his range, and as many of you know by watching his channel, he's been exploring Bullpups recently and testing out some different products. So what do you have here with you today?
This is the Israeli Tavor. This is a brand new product. I've been waiting a long time for this rifle to come out, and they finally made it happen. Back in probably 10 years ago or more, Barrett was trying to get the Israeli Bullpup, the Tavor, to come to market, but they never really got it on the market. Well, IWI just opened up production here in the United States, and this is one of the first, I think, 5 rifles that's out in the wild right now. So I'm lucky to have my hands on this. And then what you're holding is a Steyr AUG A3. And I have both stocks for this rifle because of my evaluations of these different rifles. The AUG is available both with the ability to use standard AR-15 magazines or with its standard, which we have it configured with right now, the AUG mags. So yeah, I've been checking out a whole bunch of cool different bullpups. I think I have pretty much all the bullpups covered. So anyway, I'm glad you guys could come out, and I want to let you guys shoot this thing. I think you're going to like it a lot.
Awesome. Well, we haven't had a chance to explore very many of these yet, so we're very excited to shoot them today.
Awesome. Let's do some range work. So Eric is holding the Steyr AUG A3. Now this is configured with the standard Steyr stock, which uses Steyr magazines. The cool thing about the Steyr magazine is that it has 2 locking points, much like an AK. Unlike the M16 or AR-15 magazine, which has just 1 locking point. So a lot of people that buy these prefer to have them with these magazines. However, if you want magazine compatibility with an AR-15, it now has an AR-15 compatible stock. So it's a really short little rifle, has an overall length just under 30 inches. Actually, I think it's like 27 inches or something like that. But the A3 is really cool. It has additional rail space, has a 1913 monolithic rail across the top. The original AUGs had a 1.5 fixed optic on them that really kind of was horrible, had that awful donut of death. This rifle allows you to put just about anything you would like on there. And of course, you still have that vertical forend grip. So you've shot these before, right, Erica?
I have. I shot one down at the Bullpup shoot, and I also at our range.
What do you think of them? Do you like them?
I do. The full auto got me. It was really tricky, but other than that, I really like it. It's a nice gun.
She's talking about the full auto. Now this is a semi-automatic rifle, but the full auto version has a 2-stage trigger, and it does take a lot of getting used to. When you pull that trigger back, it'll fire 1 round, but you got to keep pulling on the trigger to hit full auto, and then it'll jump into full auto mode. So people that try it for the first time, myself included, it'll be pop, pop, brr, pop, 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 brr.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit of getting used to, but overall, what do you think of the ergonomics of the rifle and stuff like that? Do you find them to be useful with the short overall length?
Oh, absolutely. Being a smaller person, it just seems to fit better in my arms. It's very comfortable, the length of it, and I really like the recoil too.
Yeah, cool rifles. Well, let's do a little bit of shooting with it.
All right. All right, Max, so what are your thoughts on the AUG?
Well, overall, I think the AUG's a very solid bullpup design. This was my favorite rifle, bullpup rifle, until the Tavor came along to really challenge that. I have the FS2000, PS90, RFB, pretty much all the bullpups that are on the market right now, and this was my top pick for the longest time. Now, would you believe that this rifle is actually designed in the 1970s?
I wouldn't believe it. It looks like something from the future.
Exactly. This thing is a very timeless design. It's used by a number of militaries around the world as well, so it has a large military following. It's known for its reliability and durability, but it has some quirks to it, of course. Now, the rifle has a charging handle over here on this side. This is one of the things I don't really like about the rifle. When you want to lock the bolt open, you have to pull it over and push it up. You'll notice I had to pull my fingers out of there, and I didn't even get it that time. You got to pull it over and push it up. It's a real shallow recess back here, and it's hard to lock open. It's kind of one of the downsides to the rifle, in my opinion. This rifle, the A3, will lock open on the last shot fired, and this one has a bolt release, much like an AR-15 here. If you get this with the standard A3 NATO stock, is what they call the rifle that accepts P mags and regular AR-15 mags, you'll have to give that up. But overall, the ergonomics of the rifle are very solid. It has a very good feel to it. It balances nicely. This rifle has a bit more weight forward feeling than the Tavor, for example. Tavor has more of its weight back here. But one of the things that's really cool about the AUG, which is what the Austrians call it, we call it AUGs, you can quickly change the barrel just by hitting a release. So if you want a shorter barrel, if you SBR it, it's just a simple matter of putting a 14-inch barrel in it. 24-inch barrels are also available for a light machine gun roll. How useful that is for a squad or for a soldier on the field, probably not all that useful, but if you have a 24-inch barrel and use it in a light machine gun roll, it'd be nice to be able to switch barrels. But overall, they're reliable, cool rifles, and I do like the AUG quite a bit.
Alright, so I just had the chance to shoot the Tavor for the first time and I really enjoyed it. Tell us what you think about it.
Well, the Tavor is a brand new rifle, relatively speaking. It's been out for a few years, but this really is the ultimate evolution of the Bullpup rifle. This is probably the most current or the newest Bullpup on the market right now. This thing changes the game even more than the AUG or even the FS2000. Now, the FS2000 has the forward ejection. This rifle still ejects out back here in the stock. However, this rifle has something that the AUG lacks, and that is an ejection port buffer. When we're shooting 5.56 ammo, this rifle will throw the brass at the 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock position. If you're shooting 223 spec ammo, it'll throw it out at about the 3 o'clock position. But it makes it very easy to shoot it from the left hand. Also, this rifle is completely ambidextrous. That means you can buy this rifle. This is configured as a right-hand user's rifle. However, unlike the AUG, I can also reverse the charging handle. I can put this charging handle over here on the right-hand side of the rifle. Now, just like the AUG, I can put a left-hand bolt in this rifle, and it will eject out the other side of the rifle. But the AUG also has a cross-block safety, which it's natural to use. If you're a right-handed shooter, you'll just reach up and push it across to fire. But if you're a left-handed shooter, it's different. You're going to have to reach over with your thumb to push it across. It's reversed, right? This rifle has a selector lever right here, which is reversible. You can actually put this selector lever on either side of the rifle, and it's in the same position as you would expect, say, like an AR-15. This rifle also has completely ambidextrous release on the magazine, which is the release right here. So really, this rifle is fully ambidextrous. I mean, you can configure it for either right-hand or left-hand use 100%, which makes it really, really cool.
Right, that's something that a lot of people talk to me about. Oh, I can't use that because I'm a left-handed shooter.
Exactly.
So this is a great Bullpup choice, and I really enjoyed it. Shoots well, the nice trigger on it, and the weight of the gun is just perfect.
That's it. You know, we were talking about the AUG having the weight just a little bit more forward. This definitely has the weight further to the rear. You can hold this rifle in the ready position for a much longer time. I could sit here and hold it like this almost indefinitely because there's really no weight forward. And if you shoot it like the Israelis teach you to shoot it, and you shoot it like this, you'll notice that this has this long, what we call a trigger guard, hand guard. It's meant to be used against the forearm of the rifle, so you can lock it in. The Israelis will pull the buttstock close into their chest, and they'll put their arm like that, and they have what's called 6 points of contact. If you do that with the rifle, it is rock solid. It's because a lot of people are used to having a little bit of forward weight to help balance out the rifle to make it steady for long range shooting. You know, the long range shooters that do all that crazy stuff. This thing's a little bit harder to do that with because of the rear weight bias. But when you hold it like the Israelis teach you to hold it, it really is rock solid, and reliability with this rifle has been superb as well.
Right, and when I held it like that, I really felt that it was more solid, like you said, and I felt more stable with the rifle, and I really enjoyed it, like I said, so thank you for letting us shoot that today.
Absolutely. You know what? Let's do one more thing with this. The AUG, for example, you can suppress the AUG, but because it has its gas piston right here, it's really loud. You get a loud piston pop when you fire it suppressed. Let's go shoot this suppressed and see what it sounds like.
All right, sounds great to me.
All right. So this is the Kestrel 5.56 can. It's made by Huntertown Arms. Works really well on the Tavor rifle. Now, the Tavor rifle does not have an adjustable gas system. You simply unscrew the flash hider, screw on your 5.56 suppressor, and it works just fine. Now, I have found that this rifle is much quieter than the AUG suppressed. You don't get that loud piston pop. The gas piston's inside here. Works really well. Now, it is overgassing the rifle a little bit. It's gone from throwing the brass at the 1 o'clock position to almost throwing it at the noon position. It's throwing it straight forward almost. So it's quite a bit more gas going to operate the bolt and carrier, but otherwise it works really, really well.
always, we had a great time shooting out here today with you, Mac. And thank you for letting us shoot the Tavor. That was my first time shooting it, and I really enjoyed that Bullpup. So thank you so much for that.
Well, thanks guys for coming out. It's always a pleasure having you guys out at the range. I'm glad you enjoyed the Bullpups.
And if you guys haven't heard yet, we're having a Second Amendment shoot held at Corey and I's range in Lewis, Indiana, and Mac will be there along with some other great YouTube channels. So if you are a gun YouTube channel and you put out quality videos regularly, please email Corey or myself. We'll leave a link in the description box below to our emails, and let us know if you are interested in coming. And also, if you like this video, please click the like button, share, favorite, and subscribe.
Click like.